Since we have seen what is economics, what is business economics, we have also seen the difference between economics and business economics. Let us try to see whether economics can be considered as a science, social science or an art. Economics as a science. Before we start discussing whether economics is science or not, it becomes very necessary for us to be clear idea or to have an idea what exactly science is all about. Well, science is a systematic study of knowledge and fact which develops the correlationship between cause and effect. Science is not only the collection of data, facts, but according to many economists in reality, it is all about knowing and classifying and also analyzing the things in a better way. There are following characteristics of the science as a subject. It is based on systematic study of knowledge and facts. It develops correlation or a relationship between cause and effect. All the laws are universally accepted. All the laws can be tested and based on experiments. It can make future predictions as well. It has a scale of measurement. On the basis of all these characteristics, Professor Robin, Professor Jordan and Professor Robertson claimed economics is one of the subjects of science like physics, chemistry, etc. According to all these economists, economics has also several characteristics to other science subjects as well. Economics is also a systematic study of knowledge and facts. All the theories, facts related with both micro and macroeconomics are systematically correlated, classified and analyzed. Economics deals with correlationship between cause and effect. For example, supply is a positive function of price, that is, change in the price is cause but change in the supply is effect. Likewise, it applies even in the law of demand as well, wherein we see that if the price increases, the demand decreases and vice versa, which shows cause and effect relationship. All the laws in economics are also universally accepted, like laws of demand, laws of supply, laws of diminishing marginal utility, etc. Theories and laws of economics are based on experiments, like mixed economy is also an experimental outcome between capitalist and socialist economies. Hence, these are the characteristics of science which makes it similar to economics as well. Hence, it should, because we know that science has an ability to forecast, it has methodological apparatus, it is measurable on facts and figures, it have cause and effect relationship, and hence these can be considered as one of the branches of science. Now let's see why it is called as an art. Art is a branch of study that deals with expressing or applying the creative skills and imagination of humans to perform a certain activities. Similarly, economics also requires human imagination for the practical application of scientific laws, principles, theories to perform a particular activity. Art is a system of rules for the achievement of a given end. We all know that in practice, economics is used for achieving a variety of goals. Every individual economic unit has an economic goal to achieve. It decides its course of action by keeping in mind the end to be achieved and the situation faced by it. Therefore, economic laws are widely used and relied upon at all levels of our economic activities, and that makes economics as an art. Let's take an example. As I told you, art tells us how to do the things, that is, how to achieve an objective, economics is also used to achieve a variety of goals. For example, all policy etc. are made in economics has the ultimate objective of solving economic problems. Art is a practical application of theoretical knowledge, like art, economics also practices its theoretical laws. For example, the various policies are made only after having a theoretical knowledge of society and country and as a whole, and hence economics is also can be referred as an art. In both the cases, since we have seen art and science both, we can also say that economics combines the element both of science as well as art. Economists try to develop analytical mathematical model which seeks to explain economic behavior in the way that it can be theoretically proved. For example, working out the elasticity of demand through using calculus. In macroeconomics model, there are many models which seeks to explain macro variable such as inflation, growth and unemployment. Yet, when applied in the real world, these models have significant limitation which can be made use of them of limited value. Let's say, for example, much of the economic theory rests on an assumption of rational behavior of a consumer. By this time, I am sure you must be knowing what is a rational behavior of a consumer, as we have discussed this following pattern when we were discussing the assumption in economics in the previous slides. Especially in classical economics, economic theory is derived from a belief that customer and firm will rationally pursue utility maximizing decision. Yet in practice, human nature is much more complex. Behavioral economics tries to understand these human factors much more, but this involves many normative, subjective opinions. In the past few decades, the efficient market hypothesis took the assumption asset prices would be correctly priced given away with the available information. Yet, recent events suggest these neat theories have severe limitation in the real world. All these terminologies that I am using, such as efficient market hypothesis etc., we would be dealing in the subsequent chapters. Consumers and firms do not always behave rationally but are subject to irrational behavior, such as herding behavior, wherein it is believed the majority must be right. Example, if share prices, house prices are rising, it must be based on economic fundamental, yet the majority is often wrong, which is why we get booms and bursts quite frequently, and this behavior is termed as herding behavior. When we see irrational exuberance, that means it is believed asset prices can keep on rising. So, if economics is a science or art, this has been much on the debate note, and hence in both the cases these can be used because those elements are combined together. One more very important aspect which is very close to economics is economics as a social science. The term social science refers to a subject that deals with a human behavior, political science, sociological factor, ethics, etc., which comes within the definition of social science. Now, you must be wondering that what exactly and how it is a social science. Well, economics is a social science because it deals with one aspect of human behavior, that is how men deal with problem of scarcity, how we deal with scarcity as a nation, world, etc. Samuelson says economics is the queen of social science. Economics deals with human being living in the society, That is, in a large group of persons with a touching interest and problems, it does not deal with problems of solitarily individual like Robinson. It is a community of people. Everybody is influenced by the action what it is taking around. Hence, economics is a social science that focuses on production, distribution, consumption of goods and services, and analyzes the choices of individual, businesses, government, nation in order to allocate the resources well. Economics deals with activities of people living in an organized community or society, far as activities are related to earning and using wealth or with the problem of scarcity, choice and exchange. Economics is therefore considered to be the branch of sociology which deals with history and nature of society. As a consequence of this, we find that economics is closely related to other factors. Thank you.